Hej, cześć, siemano ludziska, powracamy do Hogwartu, jestem Jobquest i lecimy do komnaty mapy po naprawdę mocnym ostatnim odcinku walki i przechodzenia próby.
More crystallized stone. That must be the way back to the map chamber.
Jeszcze zobaczę sobie, może gdzieś tutaj coś jeszcze jest schowane, gdzieś coś? Skrzyni mnie jakaś? Tu nie? Gdzieś coś może ukryte ciekawego? Nic nie mamy ukrytego, więc lecimy od razu. My wchodzimy do komnaty mapy, a wy zostawcie łapkę w górę, subskrypcję i komentarz jakiś ciekawy. Tam profesor Fig coś se depcze, patrzy. O, kolejny profesorek.
What have we here?
I'm a student at Hogwarts, sir, and this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor Rookwood. We saw you in the Pensive in Gringotts with Professor Rackham.
Indeed. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that Pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last Pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of Sanbakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
No nie!
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then,
Wait, Professor, the name Rookwood. Do you think...
that there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the Pensive.
Before the witch from the last Pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next Pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what Ramrock knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Serona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try. See what you can find out. Of course, don't forget...
My studies. Yes, sir.
Before you go,
Professor?
have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path.
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them.
Aha. Wygląda, że zaczyna się robić coraz to ciekawiej. Coraz to ciekawiej. No jaki ładny obrazek. O kurde. Aha, no i jesteśmy u siebie w pokoju. Fajnie. Dobra, zobaczmy co mamy tutaj dalej do roboty. Dobra, otwórzmy dziennik misji. Rozwijam umiejętności magiczne, aby uzyskać dostęp do następnej próby. Aha, okej. Madame Kogawy i profesor Garlic, tak? Madame Kogawa wyczarowała balony wokół stacji Hogsmeade i boiska do Quidditcha. Mam podlatywać do nich na miotle i przebijać je. No dobra, to sobie weźmy, brzmi ciekawie.
I should ask Sirona at the Three Broomsticks.
Spectacular news! The broom upgrade's ready. Ha! Stop by the shop when you can.
No, akurat będziemy, i tak tam
I
będzie.
hope you will come and see me about a pressing and highly confidential matter at your earliest convenience. I believe that we may be able to help each other.
Coach! Slow coach! Please see me after class once you have completed the tasks I've set for you. I would like to teach you Descendo, useful for pulling objects to the ground.
No kurde, czekaj, to jednak wychodzi na to, że jeszcze więcej tego mamy teraz. Oczywiście, że jeszcze więcej. Główne zajęcia o zwierzętach. No dobra, to weźmy sobie to. Muszę iść na zajęcia o zwierzętach prowadzone przez profesor Hoffin. Udaj się na zajęcia o zwierzętach. No to lecimy na zajęcia, ej. Czekajcie, mogę przeskoczyć sobie na ten? Mogę. Ależ oczywiście. No to lećmy sobie na zajęcia z panią profesor. Dobra. Gdzie ona jest? Tu graliśmy w kulę. Tam.
Expelliarmus!
Tak, 3.
I should dismount here.
Pora zejść, pora zejść. Ten taki wyczylowany se czeka, zadowolony. A, czekaj, tutaj, dobra. Zaczynamy.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe.
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue.
Jaki fajny!
You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his
To zwierzę
experience.
służy do opiekowania się magicznymi zwierzętami. Jeśli da, następnie wybierz szczotkę dla zwierząt. Przytrzymaj i przyciągnij na zestaw zaklęć. O nie! Jeszcze takie coś mamy tworzyć? Ja pierdzielę. 4.
That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better.
Jaki
I think he
superaśny!
might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The measles are over here.
Będę mógł sobie naprawdę wybrać, czy już mam przypisanego jakiegoś? A to te kiciusie, tak? Tak.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
Teraz mogę ci
not
udowodnić. Gdzie twoje miejsce?
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the measles just as you did with Gerald.
Wszystkie trzy naraz. Mogę dostać kiciusie!
The measles really took to you. They know a good egg when...
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now,
Raz, nie nakarmiłem
where is
wszystkich.
our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Fajne. Ej, no świetne są tym, naprawdę. Ta gra jest genialna.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
Okej.
Over here.
No, za bardzo, że się nie schowała, żeby
Do
psikać.
you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would.
No to chodźmy, zobaczmy,
I
o co
wouldn't take
chodzi.
just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I
Może
said,
będę miał własnego
we think
zwierzaka.
alike. Pleasant surprise.
Ktoś tu na nas leci.
Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you.
Tak na
Don't
pierwszej
worry,
radce?
we're nearly there. It's just ahead. stand back.
O właśnie, to nie jest ta Poppy, co się z niej śmiali wtedy, że niby walnięta. Właśnie, hipogryf.
Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them.
To nie jest tak, że trzeba się im ukłonić? Właśnie. Nie, polubił mnie.
I knew it. I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly.
O
You can
Boże,
feed and
chcę.
brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody.
To nie jest tak, że ja się karmię jakimiś tam, nie wiem, myszami czy fletkami? Czy jakoś
So,
tak?
what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
Jesteśmy wybrańcem, no. Słuchaj, no, damy radę.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
No dobra, co my tutaj mamy dalej? W tych misjach pobocznych, chyba głównych nawet, nie wiem co to było. Jeśli widzisz ikonę lokalizacji, znajdź na nią, albo odsłonić ukryte ikony, które mogą znajdować się w tym samym miejscu. Okej. A tutaj było... Pewnie zaraz się dowiem co to. Teren Hogwartu.
I hate to see a creature get put down like that. But trolls have no business in Hogwarts.
Co to jest? Jest tutaj. Co to takie wielkie schody? Aha, woźny Hogwartu chce się ze mną porozmawiać, znajdę go w pobliżu sali recepcyjnej, okej. No to chodźmy do niego od razu, pogadajmy z nim. Dzisiaj zapowiada się taki trochę spokojniejszy ten odcinek, takie latanie i tak naprawdę gadanie ze wszystkimi, ale to też w sumie dobrze. Nie tu. szef, ja chciał na górę. On jest gdzieś tam na górze. No właśnie. Gdzieś tutaj. No właśnie. O, może się w końcu dowiem z tymi drzwiami coś. Tymi zagadkami. Nie wygląda na woźnego.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit, unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night.
Przyspieszenie czasu. No, zamówienie. O.
We are fortunate to... Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Ooh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
To już wiemy akurat.
Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name.
Moon.
Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
No dobra, pomóżmy mu
I'd
tak
be
po
glad
prostu.
to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in?
Nareszcie.
Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
Nareszcie Alahomora. No i dobra, i teraz użyjmy sobie. A po
Hello,
prostu.
Hamura.
O, ja pierniczę, co to jest? Porusz zieloną iskrą, porusz czerwoną iskrą. Jak to się otwiera? Trzeba jakoś dopasować, ale... Ale jak? Należy to, że na chwilę. Użyj QE i AD, by poruszyć iskry i obrócić pokrętła, aż obie zębatki ustawione są tak, aby otworzyć zamek. Też tak obraca. Coś ten deser? Aha, i tutaj przestało mi się kręcić to. A to obraca to. Myślałem, że to może być w ten sposób. O! Czyli trzeba znaleźć te takie dwa te. O ja pierniczę.
Well done! You're in. Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle after all.
O ja cię kręcę. Ale to będzie... przejebane. Rzucenie rywalią ujawni pozycję wrogów i autorytetów, co pozwoli na przekręcić się obok ich, pozostając w ukryciu. Okej.
Revelio.
Takim szeptem to... Czy ten posążek mnie obserwuje? Czy raczej jest niegroźny? Przypomnienie dla pracowników. Skrzaty domowe Hogwartu wykonują świetną pracę utrzymywania zamków w czystości. Są przygotowane na niemal wszystkie wyzwania, jakie czekają je każdego dnia. Jednak niedawno doszło do wybuchu niespodziewanych dużego stosu petard niespodzianych schowanych pod poduszką. Kakofonia była wielce nieprzyjemna, jednak biednego skrzata okrył niebieski dym, a wszyscy, którzy znajdowali się w pobliżu, przez resztę dnia cierpieli na dzwonienie w uszach. Zgaduję, że sprawcą był Irytek. Proszę zachować czujność i na siebie uważać. Matylda Wesley. Tak, on ewidentnie mnie widzi.
Revelio.
Omamić niczego nie podejrzewających przeciwników, okej. Cuksy sobie biorę. Aha, dobra. W sensie, że mam odwrócić jego uwagę.
Revelio.
Szary ubiór górski. Dobra, oba są na górze. Totalne skupienie.
How are your students getting along this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a
No czekajcie, w międzyczasie zepsuję tą atmosferę. Se pyknę to.
Flappers
Dobra.
can scarcely tell the difference between Aconite and Asphodel.
Muszę iść całkiem na górę.
It's still early. Perhaps they'll improve.
You say that every year, Matilda.
Dobra. Spykmek, po cichutku, szybciutko. Na górę.
Revelio.
Jego nie zauważyłem. Czyli to tam. Okej, idź sobie tam, gdzie chciałeś iść. Zauważam. No ty kurde. No, idź sobie tam, gdzie chciałeś. Wspaniale.
This must be the prefect's bathroom. Hello, Hamora.
Alchomura. Dobra. Tym razem to nie tu. To nie tu. Jest tu jakiś dźwięk na to? O! Aj, nie ten guzik. Aha, po prostu trzeba kręcić na... O tako i czekać aż złapie. No dobra. Nie. No, że jak to niby ma działać? O, mam. Po prostu trzeba znaleźć punkt, na to wychodzi. No dobra. No proszę, tutaj to na bogato. O kurwa. A bańki mogę puścić.
Anyway, I'm not afraid of a goblin rebellion. My march in Professor Hecat's class was superb. I don't think that's what that class is for. She's right. Why don't you leave goblins alone?
Dobra.
I'm a prefect too, you twit. That's it. 50 house points. You know you can't do that.
Dobra, udało się. O cholera. Gdzie jest tamten cholera? On tutaj idzie. On tutaj idzie. Nic nie widzisz przecież. Nic tu nie widzisz, nikogo tu nie ma. Byłaś stąd już. No już. No, tam za drzwiami cię szukają. Nawet tu mają ten. Deskę do skakania. No, prefekci to na bogato. Ale się skubańcowi nudzi. Tam była strona z dziennika. Dobra. Nieważne. Dobra, na górę teraz. Chyba nie mam tego, mam.
Leviosa.
I cyk. I w długą. Nic nie widziałeś, nic nie wiesz, o cholera. No cudownie, no.
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though.
Nic nie widzicie, nic nie
I suppose I should
słyszycie.
begin my rounds now.
I suppose
Nic nikt nie widział. Nikt nic nie wie. Dobra, teraz trzeba... O, shit. Ciekawe, czy jak użyję teraz... Gdzie ta strona?
I'm partial to Hufflepuff myself. What was that? What was what? I thought I heard something. Perhaps not.
Kurde.
I had high hopes for Hufflepuff. I was finally going to learn the Quidditch rules.
Dobra, spróbujmy jeszcze raz. Nie ten czar. Pomyliłem się ikonki, one są podobne. Prawie takie same.
Expelliarmus!
O kurwa.
Quidditch being cancelled.
Nic nie widzicie, nic nie widzicie, nic nie widzicie, no.
Hufflepuff? Not Ravenclaw?
I know when I see a winning bet, and Ravenclaw would not have been
Jeszcze nie jestem z Ravenclaw. Tylko z Gryffindorem. Dobra, od razu uciekamy stąd. Nie ten zestaw czarów miałem odpalony. Ale spróbuję jeszcze raz tą stronę złapać.
I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff?
Dobra. One się tutaj bardzo mocno zaciekawiły. Ale mnie nie widzą.
What was that? I thought I heard something. Anyway,
Nie to chodziło.
I was finally going to learn the Quidditch rules.
Kurwa, boję się, że one się odwrócą. Mogę się tu gdzieś schować? Dobra, mogę. Nie wiem jakim sposobem, ale mogę. Aj, nie ma mnie tu, nie ma mnie tu, nie ma mnie tu, nie ma. Ale fart! Ale fart! Dobra, teraz w długą, jak najkrótszą drogą.
Revelio.
Skorupia żółwia nasadzona klejnotami. Wielu uważa, że jest to skorup ognistego kraba z wysp Fidżi. Dobra, jak chcecie, to sobie to przeczytajcie. Uciekamy stąd. Tu jest ten prefekt. No i kolejna strona mi tu fruwa, no. Nasz szkoda ją ominąć. Dobra, nic nie widział. Chyba. Jednak widział. Dobra, dał sobie spokój. Zaciekaw się tamtym. Tutaj nic nie słyszysz i nic nie widzisz. Tutaj kompletnie nic nie ma. Dobra. Wychodzimy stąd.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look.
Zresztą jest mocno rozbudowane.
If you were to ever unravel their meaning.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that.
No i kończymy ten odcinek, moi drodzy. Zajmiemy się tym w następnym odcinku, albo może wcale. Bo się wydaje to takie dość mocno rozbudowane. Może byśmy się kiedyś, kurde, jakiegoś live'a złapali i wtedy jakoś to spróbowali porobić. Dobra.
We are fortunate to have a
No a teraz
student brave
kończymy.
enough to eradicate the
Nie zapomnijcie o
demiguise
łapce w górę.
figurine menace.
Nie zapomnijcie o komentarzu i subskrypcji, bo wiem, że wiele osób ogląda, a nie subskrybuje. Także zapraszam Was serdecznie do dołączenia do tego kanału, można powiedzieć, no bo tak naprawdę to dzięki Wam będę mógł się rozwijać. A teraz trzymajcie się i pa pa.